tell you about one of my favorite and easiest tricks, and it's simply the no-tear paper. Now, you'll get several pieces of paper. Some of these can be torn, they're regular paper, and some of them can't. Now, you can tell the difference because on the back of the paper that tears, there's a line there. And usually, just to be sure, right beforehand, I'll take and just make a little tear. I want to make sure I get my paper right, because if I don't get my paper right, I'm not going to get my point right either. And so what I'll do is I'll have these paper off to the side. I'll call up two volunteers. I'll usually call up a little girl, and I'll call up a big man. And so I'll tell them they're going to have a competition of speed and strength. And then sometimes I'll even ask, who do you think, how many of y'all think she's going to win? Yay! And how many think he's going to win this competition? And then I hand them each a piece of paper. Now I hand the paper that says God to the big man, and I'll hand the one that says world to the little girl. And I'll tell them, here are the rules. The rules are simply this. In a moment, I'm going to say go, and I'm going to give you 10 seconds to tear that piece of paper into as many small, little bitty pieces as you possibly can. Now you've only got 10 seconds, so you've got to move fast. Now here are the rules. You can only use your hands to tear the paper. You can't pull out a big pocket knife or machete. You can't use your teeth, pull out a pair of scissors, nothing like that. Just your hands. All right, here we go. On your mark, get set, go. And they start tearing up. Now, I usually don't look at the man because he's over there, and it doesn't take him long to realize that as he's tugging, that this is no tear paper. He is not going to be able to tear this. And the little girl, she's tearing. Now, she's not looking at him. And so she's doing the best she can. And what's funny is a lot of times kids will start and they'll rip off one end, and finally they get to the middle. And so at the end, you go 4, 3, 2, 1, stop, and then pick up the girl's pieces and say, her piece of paper said the world. Well, today I want you to know that the things of the world, and drop those pieces of paper down. The things of the world don't last. They're here one day, gone the next. They don't last. And then turn to the man and say, oh, wait a minute. What happened? Didn't you understand the instruction? Why didn't you tear your paper? And you know, they usually chuckle, laugh it off, couldn't, or they make some joke about it. And the point is, that's when you grab it and you say, the things of the world don't last. You've got the trash. But the things of God last forever. Now, just to give you fair warning, this is no tear paper. But I have seen, on rare occasions, I've been using this for well over a decade, some people tear this. I took it to one of the guys, Team Impact, big, strong guys. I mean, they break baseball bats. He took it. He could tear it. Of course, they tear phone books. And then I had an elementary school principal. He's the only other person that I've ever seen, and he's not really huge or built, but something about how he holds it, he's able to tear it too. But that's very rare. Usually they tug, and they try. Now, you want to make sure to give them the rules. Okay, you can't pull out a knife, can't use your teeth, because before I started doing that, I would have some that would take and they try to nick it with their teeth, and if they nick it, then this is going to rip real easy. And so those are the basics to no tear paper. It's a lot of fun. Now, if you want, you can make these smaller sizes. You can cut them in half if you want. Lots of ways to use them, but that's my favorite way of using them.